gonna snow like this until 9 p.m. I don't know, we'll see what they want to do. Maybe we'll stay, maybe we'll call it. Good morning. This is the behind the scenes vlog. Behind the scenes vlog. Look at how angry Shiloh is. Are you frustrated, puppy? Are you frustrated? And he already went out and ran around and peed and pooped. Now he just wants to go bother them at their tent. This is not recommended at home or in your Jeep or your car, unless you're a pro. So it's putting off a lot of gas fumes already, even with the cracked window. But we're just trying to boil up some water. Make a little drip coffee. Oh yeah, boy, we're gonna have to open up 2 windows. Those fumes are strong. Are you feeling better now? This is hilarious. I'm like perfectly warm and toasty inside the Jeep, making coffee, and this is my view. This is what I get to look at. That's so rad. I gotta admit, this is just one of my favorite things in the world. Just being here alone in my car with the scenery outside and having the smell of fresh drip coffee. It's just nothing better than I could think of for a Saturday morning. You know, I grew up as a kid smelling coffee a lot and smelling coffee on the weekends for sure. And I don't know, there's just something comforting about the smell of it. Even though I only drink about one cup or one latte a day, it's just the smell. I really love it. And I had everything in the car already, but I did have to get out in the snow to go get the cream. Well, that's just perfect. I've been buying this pumpkin spice blend of cloves and cinnamon and other stuff and mixing it in with my coffee, and it tastes so freaking good. It's like, I'll probably get tired of it by the time Christmas is over, but I assume it's what the pumpkin spice latte tastes like at Starbucks without all the sugar. It's a pretty dope little spot down Switzerland Trail. This particular campsite, you could have a big group, maybe 30 people out here or more. It's the kind of spot that gets scooped up in the spring and the summer. Wow, it's really coming down. It's I looked it up, we have service here, and it's supposed to snow until about 9 p.m. So that's kind of exciting. It's going to be hard to keep the fire going. We're going to spend most of the day foraging for wood and trying to find some dry stuff so we're not smoked out all night. This is what I call riding dirty. Riding dirty, looking for firewood. Scouting out the back. So we're out looking for firewood, getting some of these dead ones that have fallen over. Since everything's kind of wet, that's the best shot at keeping the smoke down. So there's a whole bunch of stuff that is available. It's just covered in about 5 or 6 inches of freshies. Man, look how pretty that is. It's hard to keep the hands and toes warm, which is why we're trying to get extra firewood. And I love winter camping because all these places that are so rad, like there's nobody out here in the winter. These are the kind of places that get overrun in the summertime, so it's great. You get some really cool scenery and There's just nobody else out here.
Back up.
Back up, Levi. I've only got like 10% battery, but this is pretty worth it. Look at this deer carcass. And it looks like something just got to it maybe last night. Dennis is strongly contemplating taking this home to clean it. Maybe a who is it? Davy Crockett hat? That's crazy. I bet. Shiloh, back up. Do not eat that. I don't think I've ever seen a carcass that fresh before. Just out in the woods.
Would you look at that?
Man. He just keeps seeing the signs.
Yeah.
What a gorgeous morning. This is what I got to wake up to. Yesterday was frigid, so frigid. Look at those mountain ranges. So I think what made this such a good camp trip, even though it snowed all day yesterday, is just the epic scenery. I mean, it was brilliant watching the snow come down amongst these trees and amongst the forest. You can see the campsite's pretty big, so you could get a really big group out here. It would be awesome in the summertime. But you know, it was pretty when the snow was coming down, and then this morning the mountains have just been capped in white, and it's just super epic. So I'd say Switzerland Trail is an appropriate name for this place. Really interesting how much wood we went through. I mean, we hauled back probably 2 or 3 Jeep loads worth of full deadened down logs. Went through every single bit of it. It was cold. It was like 21 during the day, probably 15 or below at night, and snowing, so it was cold. I think that's gonna wrap it up for this one. We're heading out. Maybe I can hang this thing out the side of the Jeep and we'll see what the roads look like. It's been a fun trip. Oh, Shiloh. Are you still whining, buddy? Are you still whining? Oh, I know, it's so sad. It's so sad. He doesn't want to leave at all. Pulled over here on the side of the road because I keep seeing the river and the rocks look so pretty and beautiful, and even though there's no light in this canyon, I had to swing down here. Wow, look at this. It's funny, I was driving back thinking like, man, I really didn't take very much video, and there's no theme to the trip other than, hey, we went camping in the snow. But this is awesome. This is really beautiful. What's crazy, I don't know where the actual edge of the water is. I don't want to like fall in with my weight. That is really cool. Oh my gosh, I can feel the snow beneath me start moving. Well, that's about it, guys. It's about 2 o'clock. And I'm just about to get into Boulder. I'm gonna get some lunch. That's later than I usually stay at a camp, but it was so nice to have the sunlight and the fresh snow and just sit around, drink coffee, and talk by the fire, so it was a lot of fun. But thanks for coming along. We're almost over 500 subscribers, and I feel like I just made a video a couple weeks ago about being at 400, so that's really exciting. Thank you for watching and commenting and all that good stuff. But until next time, see ya.